it was going, which way it was going, trending, and you would have to just trade whatever the broker next to you was had as far as orders were concerned. And sometimes they were good, sometimes they were bad, but at least you had, again, you had choices getting in and out. You have to make quicker decisions. Electronically, you can't make the decisions faster than those algorithms. So we stopped. You can't really get in and out on all these levels or areas that we used to be able to if you were standing on the floor, because you used to get an edge. We don't get an edge anymore. So we have to pick your spots. And that's what we try to do here. And to do that, you have to express or show some patience in what you're doing, and wait for the market to give you that opportunity. And it doesn't have to be my levels. It could be whatever you are trading. If you have your own methodology, you can incorporate some of the work that we do with some of the work that you do, and then find a good trade and wait for it. I am always talking about that because there's a lot of downtime here. Sometimes you end um, understanding that you have to be patient and wait is very important. All right. So again, the '08, a little bit tenuous. Obviously, the level is there, but you have to be patient and wait for it. And if you're going to trade the level, definitely adjust and then trade it smaller. So, all right, we're coming back up here to these highs, interim highs. See what it wants to do. Again, if you're going to trade it at all, be very careful and trade it a little bit smaller, or else wait for the 0818 area. All right, snuck up here to 8.5. Came off here a little bit. Obviously, we talked about there is a reason that we have the level, so you have to make those adjustments accordingly. And as you can see here, the level did hold on. We had, and I did mention earlier that there was some good resistance up around the 10 area as a backup. So there was some good resistance in that little area there, in case you did decide to take it. Obviously, you got up to 8.5, now get up to 9. So now you got to be really careful. And again, if you're going to if you're going to do anything, I did say that there's some resistance around, and I would definitely be out of any shorts at 12 if I'm going to do anything here at all. So keep that in mind if you're trading, and then I'll be looking at the 18 area. All right. All right, we've drifted back down here. A little support at even, but again, I'm not. We already traded that level once. It's still there if you're going to be a little aggressive, but not my favorite. A little support right in this area here. Again, like I said, it's not my favorite trade, but if you're looking for a little support, this is where it would be. And then just whatever you do, make sure you keep your stop in place. Otherwise, I'm looking down at I'm looking, there's really no good support till 85. Again, if you're going to take that little trade there, trade it small. This was a little support there. I didn't love it, but the market was saying there was a little support. But again, it's not a very strong support. And if you're going to do it at all, make sure it's traded small. That's all. All right, continue to down tick here and back down here to our pivot. Again, looking at the 85 really is the next support level. All right, we continue to down tick a little support down in 93 again. We already tested it once, so I'm not looking for it. I mean, it is there, but see what it wants to do. Continue to down tick here a bit. Looking at again, if you're going to take the 93, there's a little support there, but looking at the 85 as stronger support. All right, we kind of turned over here a little bit. Again, see what it wants to do. Market is uh, kind of hanging on these interim lows. Again, little support at 93. Otherwise, look for the 85. So Powell is going to be talking at Jackson Hole on Friday. So that's always fun. Friday, F day during trading, during the morning hours. Not our favorite. All right, we're coming back down here to 93 again. Only if you're a little aggressive, are you taking this? Otherwise, look for the 85. All right, if you did take it, you get a nice little quick pop back up here. It got down to 275 there, so you did have 93 straight up. Again, that was our pivot, and a nice quick rotation there off of that 93 area. Again, it's a matter of trading it, knowing that the area is there, and then understanding the risk, and then trade it accordingly. So the pivot area worked very nicely again. Next time down here, definitely will not be looking for it. All right, continue to downtick here. Again, we're just looking for ebbs and flows. There was a nice rotation off of the 93. Now we're looking down at the 85 area next. If you look at the chat, you'll see the levels there for us that we gave out this morning under a guide to the day. They can be adjusted, tweaked a little bit. Uh, all of those are based on levels we gave out this morning, and then there's dynamics to change those levels in case the price action changes those levels. All right, we've come down here to the 85 area. We'll work in this 85 area a little bit. You got right down there to 4.5. So if you did have 85 this time around, you're getting filled and getting a nice little rotation here off of it, trying to anyway. And so it went right down to that 85 and then pop back up here a little bit. Trying to see if we can get a little rotation here off of this level. Again, whatever we do, you always keep your stops in place and also make sure you take your profits along the way. You see the settlement price there is at 275. All right, we got down to 3 and change there, and then pop back up. We get further around the 84 area as well. I'm trying to get a little bit of a pop here against it. All right, nice little rotation there. It was nice that it went down there for us to get filled us at 84. And again, take your profits along the way as well, right? Just managing ebbs and flows of the market. And we had mentioned the green band, the blue band, and also the settlement price down here. There's a couple areas of support in addition to the technical analysis work that we do. And again, working this 85 area here a bit. Again, take you some profits, especially when we got down to 84 and change, and taking your nice little quick 2 points, and then see where it wants to go. It's definitely giving you a way to work the level. It's not running away from it. It's getting you filled. It's trying to give you some ebbs and flows. So, all right, now we're getting our quick, well, it got right up to 87 there. Very, very choppy little trade here. You got to have your orders in place to get filled, both on the entry point and on the exit strategy. But the level is definitely a workable area here. It's kind of just hanging in this little spot. So giving you choices. And trying to continue to uptick here. Definitely giving you choices as to how you manage this trade. It's definitely hanging right around this area. And we talked about the different reasons why there's different areas of support in this little level here between the blue bands, the green bands, and also the settlement price, which is down at 275. Again, after we've been here for about 10 minutes or so, so you have choices here as to how long you want to stay with the trade or manage your stop if you're going to keep anything. But definitely took a little bit of a profit here, and you got a little bit left over to see if we can push off of it, or if you're just completely out of the trade, that's fine too. And you don't, we're looking for 2 to 3 points, but if the market's only giving you 2 or 1.5, and you don't like the price action, you can always exit. Or like I said, you can keep a small amount and manage it and try to get the market to continue to uptick. All a matter of choices that you have as a trader. And everybody here trades a little bit differently. All right, so we've been here for a good 15 minutes. Again, if the market's giving you choices as to how you manage this trade, keeping your stops in place, and trying to see if we can't push up a little bit higher. I'd say anything below 82, you want to be out of any longs. As finally we get up here to the 87 area. All right. At least they took it out this time. And if you were patient enough, you got paid off. And especially if you got and some entry points underneath the 85 on the lower end of that scale. So nice little trade there. If you did jump in, just hung there for a long time, but really didn't go against us. Just kind of going back and forth. All right. So again, we just got run over a little bit on our first trade, but then we hung in there, had a couple price action plays there against rotations, first to the 83, then to the 93. And then we've missed our entry point on the upside there by just a little bit. Well, it did go right up to 87.5 again, depending on how aggressive you want it to be. And if you did jump in there at 7 against the 8, if you did do that, then you did all right, as that was the high. And then now we're rotating off of it and come down here and tested our first support level. So we've had some nice opportunities, even though the first trade kind of ran us through a little bit. All right. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. Tried to hold your hand through that trade. It was a tough little trade to kind of hang in there with, but we never really went against us. I mean, we had a reason to buy it down there when it went down to 3 and change there. So we talked about the settlement price there at 275. All right, now they're starting to push off here a bit. Again, held at, again, we have a few areas of support in that area there, down there at the 85 area. We talked about our green bands, blue band there. We also talked about the settlement price. So there were definitely some other areas of support in addition to the level. And it took a while, but it finally did hold there. And then now it's popping back up here. Again, we said anything below the 82, you want to be out of any longs if we got below that, and it kind of held. Again, if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. We are coming here to the end of our morning session as we focus more on the morning sessions to give us our opportunities to trade. We believe that the dynamics in the morning with the volume that's traded, with the opportunities that are there, suit our methodology better than the afternoon trade. I would be using levels there. Those levels are good all day, and you'll see the levels in the chat here in a bit. And you can use those as a guide to the day. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. All right, now we're continuing to uptake again. If you're keeping your exit strategy below the 82 and trying to stay long, it can paid off here. Right up here would be a nice target. Here would be the 93 area there, our pivot, if we get back up there. Otherwise, have a trailing stop. All right. Again, if anybody has any questions, Definitely ask in the chat. And like I said, we're coming here to the end of our morning session. So All right. Seems like we've gotten ourselves into a little bit of a range here on the downside. Support there. Next support level we have is down at the 76 area. If we continue to downtick here a little bit, anything below 82, definitely don't want to be long anymore. And if you were trying to stay long there, maybe got a trailing stop. Probably got stopped out. And now we're just kind of flat. Brought it down. We had a few nice trades this morning. We talked about some of them in the chat. We had some price action plays in addition to the levels. You can see there a level at the 08. If you traded the 08 there at all area, it all got up to 7.5 and rotated off. And downside here, we had support there at 85, and they had a nice rotation here off of that. We had a couple of price plays in the middle of that. We did get run over on our even area. Excuse me. Okay. Back. And now we're just kind of hanging down here with next support level on the downside. We have is down at 76. The 08 area there, obviously, if we get back up there, definitely. We basically, it kind of worked. It got up to 7.5. So we're looking at the 18 above. If we definitely get back up there, it looks like it wants to bust through. So I would be a little bit careful there if you're going to do it at all. And then right now, if we get above, looks like if we get above even, we're going to rotate back up. A little resistance around the 93 area, at least for the time being. And anything above even, 44 even, might go retest the highs there. And next support level we have is down at the 76. So those are parameters that we're looking at. Yeah. We rotate back up. Don't really have any good resistance till maybe 95, 98. Yeah. I don't have any good resistance up. Anything above even, though, looking to rally. So trade, you can look at as a guide. All right. Get back here in a bit.
Coming in here, our URL is eminitradealong.com, eminitradealong.com. Like what we're doing here, invite your friends. Those that are interested in trading a funded trading account, let me know in chat and I'll send you out the link. We have an affiliate link and a special link and a great contact at Top Step. Those that are interested in private coaching sessions with your Trade Along host, also ask in chat and I'll send you out the link for that. What we do is the opportunity here is first to sign up for this service, which I'm going to post to everybody. I'm going to post that in the chat. If you're a subscriber to this service, Then you have the opportunity to do coaching sessions a la carte with your trade along host. We're looking to help individual traders get a good start in trading, focus on a price action trading methodology. Experienced traders that want to develop consistent profitability in their trading, and they're looking to narrow the focus and discipline. Price action trading is a great vehicle for you, in our humble opinion. Trade Along Host is a 25-year veteran of the trading pits in Chicago. He is actively scalping. He's laying out the trading morning by giving key levels and areas. You can learn how to set those areas and levels in a private. You can learn the nuances of price action trading from your Trade Along hosts in private coaching session. This Trade Along service is a standalone, so make sure you sign up for it. We look for 100% participation. Everything we do is for educational purposes only. Nothing to be taken as direct trading or investment advice. Hey, John, how are you? Open up for questions. If you have a microphone, great. Let us know in chat that you'd like to have the microphone and ask your question. Those that don't have a microphone, that's fine. Just post your question in the chat area. Again, from those that are coming in, and you want to come directly into Zoom, e-mini, tradealong.com, e-mini, tradealong.com.